Guys, I made this digital display unit DDU for my sim racing setup recently, just because I lack this LED lights in my Fanatec McLaren wheel and also as a side project for myself. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through all the steps that I took in order to make this happen, in case if you guys want to try it out for yourself. So without any further ado, let's get started. The chipset that I used is called TM1638. I bought it from Amazon, and as you can see, it comes quite cheap. For around 8 euros, I get 2 of them in a box. The chipset has an integrated LED display that can show numbers and few characters. And above all, you have these 8 LED lights on the top and 8 configurable buttons that you can configure to show different items in that LED display. Along with that, you also need an Arduino microcontroller. As you can see, I used an Arduino Nano. In my case, this also comes quite cheap. I have the USB Type-C version of it. And some wires to connect the microcontroller with the chipset. I'm using a 30 AWG configuration that is quite thin wires, which makes them easy to solder with the chipset and the microcontroller. So this is how you connect them and make them work. So in the chipset, you can see 5 different connections: VCC, GND, STB, CLK, and DIO. So you need 5 different wires to solder them in these respective slots, and the other end of the wires will go to the Arduino board, which I will show you next. For that, you need Simhub installed in your PC. So open Simhub, go to the Arduino section, select single Arduino, and then open Arduino setup tool. Once you do that, you have to start from scratch. And once you click on that, a new pop-up window will open up, showing you the Arduino diagram on the right and all the chipsets Simhub supports to your left side of the screen. As you can see, there are so many chipsets Simhub supports, but for us, we'll stick with TM1638. So I will add 1 to that. And just after that, you can see the connection where the wires will go, in which pin header: STB, DIO, and CLK. GND will go to the GND pin header there, and VCC will go to the 5-volt pin header in the microcontroller. Then select the bootloader that you want to flash your Arduino with, old or the new, and the USB port where you have connected the Arduino to your PC. Once you do that, click on upload to Arduino, and then it will start to compile and upload it. Regarding old bootloader and the new bootloader, I would say just try any one of them. If it works, well and good. If it does not, then just try the other one. In my case, as you can see, I selected the old bootloader and it is not able to upload it to my Arduino. Then I will just go back, hit cancel, and then select the new bootloader and click upload to Arduino. Here you go, upload successful. So at this point, everything has been set up. All you need to do is to test things out. As you can see here, it's all connected and working. The LED lights are all good. The current time is showing there. Next, open the test data editor in Simhub so that you can test things out like the ref counter and gears, etc. One thing that I want to highlight, that select the green color in order to work. As you can see, if I select the red color or any other color, the LED lights doesn't work for me. So previously I thought maybe the chipset is broken or something is wrong, but then I found it's with the color. So if you choose any other color other than the green, the LED lights for the ref counter will not work. As you can see, as I select green, it all works, and now I can clearly play with the test editor data to see if everything works fine. From this point, all the steps are completely optional. For me, I needed to create a case or a housing for the chipset in order to attach it to my wheelbase. I designed it in 3 parts: the base where the chipset and the microcontroller will go together, then the second part, a screen on top of it to hide the electronics of the chipset, and finally the third one, that is the housing in order to hide the cables or wires in this case, and a small cutout to make that USB-C connection pop out. I have a 3D printer at my place, so it's very easy to prototype, design and print the case and see if everything works. Here is how I would like to stick the chipset and the Arduino on this base. So the chipset will go on top of this case where I will use double-sided tape to stick this thing on top of it, and the Arduino board will stick on the other side of the base like so. Next I printed out the part 2, that is the screen, which will go on top of the microcontroller to hide the electronics like this. Finally, I 3D printed the back casing to hide the cables and to make this whole thing look a bit more clean. I configured in the Simhub to show the current time when I'm not playing any games, and when I start any game and go inside the car, it will show me the gear and the speed. As an example, you can see my car is in neutral, in 0 speed inside the pit, but the car is idling. The engine is started, so there's a minimum RPM already in the car. But once I stop the ignition, you can see it goes into this cold and dark state. And once I start on the ignition and hit the starter button here, the car starts again with the minimum RPM. The best thing about having this type of DDU or any kind of physical devices in front of your screen is the sheer amount of brightness that you get out of the box. Like in this example, when I'm hitting the red line of the RPM meter, the LED lights blink so brightly in front of my eyes that I'm bound to make an upshift quite quickly compared to what I see in front of my monitor. The other real benefit of having this type of display unit in front of you is something that I cannot explain very well to you guys in a YouTube video, because video is not making justice. Having a physical device in front of your screen that communicates with the sim title and reacts simultaneously is such a nice feeling to have. When I first got it mounted on my wheelbase in my Fanatec CSL-DD, I instantly got connected to the car that I'm driving. It feels so real yet magical at the same time. Going forward, I don't think I will be sim racing without this kind of hardware. Now I realize why high-end wheels have this LED lights, physical LED lights integrated in the wheel. This makes so much of a difference. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know if you found this useful and whether you also want to try it out. With that, happy sim racing, and I will see you in the next one.